All right, here we go, folks. Win or go home. Game 5 of the NLDS between the Dodgers and your San Francisco Giants happening tonight at Oracle Park.
Yeah, we're getting close. First pitch is just about an hour and a half away. Sports anchor Joe Fonzi joining us now live from the ballpark. And Joe, even before Game 5 gets started, the Dodgers already threw a curveball at the Giants when it comes to who's taking the mound for them.
No, you're right about that, and we've never been exactly in this position with these two longtime rivals, a fifth and deciding game in an NLDS divisional series for the right to move on to the National League Championship Series. The Giants just left the field. They took batting practice a couple of minutes ago. The Dodgers are on now. We'll give you a look at them in the cage. But as you said, we assumed that this would be a pitching matchup of Logan Webb against Julio Urias. Urias, the winning pitcher for the Dodgers in Game 2, and a guy who really has been a giant killer through most of his career. But the Dodgers throwing a little wrinkle into things. The Giants are a team that relies heavily on platooning. That means when the opposing team has a left-handed pitcher, they stack their lineup with right-handed batters and vice versa. So Corey Knebel will be the starter in this kind of opener role that baseball teams use now. And what that requires the Giants to do is declare early on, are you going to go with a lefty-heavy lineup and declare, and then if we bring Julio Urias in later, switch to righties, and now all your left-handed batters have been used. So basically it's a little bit of a wrinkle that's going to make the Giants have to make a decision early, and here's what Dodger manager Dave Roberts had to say about his decision.
There's downside in doing it the way we chose to do this. It's something that Corey's never started a playoff game. But I think that ultimately we trust both players can handle this, and we expect them to go out there and execute, and we feel in one game with the familiarity of both clubs, this gives us the best chance to win tonight.
It doesn't matter at this point. I mean, it's we've seen every pitcher that they have.
Well, there is kind of a school of thought that says when you start tweaking with things this late in the season and doing something you've never done before. Corey Knebel has made 27 relief appearances for the Dodgers this year, but he hasn't started. There is a school of thought that says, you're kind of messing with things when you do that. No question about what the Giants are doing. Logan Webb has been their most effective starter down the stretch. The 24-year-old, all he's done is pitch on that Sunday when the Giants needed a win to clinch. Pitched very well then. Pitch in Game 1 of this series, a shutout. He lasted all the way until the 8th inning, went 7 2/3, gave up just 3 hits and no runs. So the Giants aren't trying to fool anybody. They've got their guy, their ace, the guy that they want right there. As far as the Dodgers are concerned, this is a little bit of something that's out of the ordinary for them, and you never know how that's going to turn out. Is that kind of a desperate move, or is it something that is going to make the Giants force their hand early and have to flip their lineup? That's, I guess, what makes this so much fun, guys. We get to see how it plays out.
Yeah, it's fascinating to see all the maneuvering happening even before first pitch. Joe, what is your sense? How much is this last-minute pitching change just Dave Roberts trying to get into Gabe Kapler's head?
Yeah, a little bit of that. There's no question there's some gamesmanship that they are trying to make the Giants declare early. Are you going to flip your lineup and then take those guys out of the lineup for later in the game when you might potentially need them? So he's going to make the Giants have to force their hand by doing that. But there's also a school of thought that says Julio Urias is the most effective Dodger against the Giants all year. So would you tell Sandy Koufax or Don Drysdale or Juan Marichal, your ace, oh, guess what? You're not starting in the 5th and deciding game. So those are the two schools of thought as far as that's concerned.
See how it plays out.
Yes, it is.
We will. Thank you so much, Joe. I was actually reading that Roberts sent Gabe Kapler a courtesy text
because they're buddies
last night to let him know about this switch. So